Greetings, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Nguji. I am from Tanzania, and today I am very excited to share with you one traditional rainwater harvesting system used here in Tanzania. Before I go into this system, I would like to share with you a little bit of introduction about Tanzania so you can understand. According to the National Population Census of 2022, it showed that about 65% of the total population are living in rural areas and only 35% are living in urban areas. So you can see here, the number shows that about twice the number of people who are living in urban areas are living in rural areas, which means there are a large number of people who are living in rural areas compared to those who are living in urban areas. And mind you, people who are living in urban areas, most of them were not born in urban areas. They migrated in search of good life, livelihoods, and other things. So a large number of people are coming from rural areas. And here is where we have the traditional rainwater harvesting system. Because in towns, in big cities, where we have modern rainwater harvesting systems like gutters, people are using gutters, yes, but most of them do not collect water for domestic use. They just capture the water and allow it to flow into canals and channels and go into the disposal systems. So in rural areas is where we have the traditional rainwater harvesting system. But in rural areas, most people do not harvest rainwater from rooftops. Why? Because traditionally, our roofs were constructed by using grasses. So it was kind of complex for us to collect water from rooftops. So what we do, we collect water from the watershed, from the farm fields. And this brings me to this one rainwater harvesting system that I want to talk about. I want to share with you about Malambo Maji. When we say Maji, we mean water in Swahili. So Malambo Maji is a Swahili term which translates to Charco dams in English. Yeah, I understand. Even the word Charco dam is not widely used in English, but they are like ponds. So the ponds, the word Charco dam is widely used in East Africa, maybe in Kenya, Uganda. If you say Charco dams, people understand. But in English, you can just call them ponds. So these are the Charco dams, which are referred to as ponds. So the Charco dam, like the one which I'm showing here in the picture, they are constructed in such a way that they have shallow depth, normally not more than 2 meters in depth, to avoid the risk of people falling into them or animals falling into them and having disasters. So we normally constructed them with shallow depths, not more than 2 meters, but we increase the length and the width to make sure that we can collect a large amount of water in these ponds. For instance, in this picture here, this is a Charco dam which was excavated or constructed in one village in Kibondo district, and I participated 100% in the excavation of this pond, and it was a very great experience. So this is what we refer to as a Charco dam, and this is our traditional rainwater harvesting system. The purpose of these Charco dams, traditionally, they are used to collect water for domestic uses, for agriculture uses, and for livestock drinking. One of the challenges faced by Charco dams or Malambo Maji system is deposition of sediments. When it rains, the water comes with sediment. It carries the sediment from up hills and it is deposited in the pond. So gradually, the volume of the pond decreases. How we can revive or how we can modernize this system? Here in the picture, you can see that is me right there. I was working when we were excavating this pond. I decided to construct these stone walls to act like filters to make sure that the water that flows into the pond is sediment free, but also to reduce the risk of erosion of the canal. So this system can be improved by construction of this filtration mechanism and make sure that the water which enters into the pond is somehow clean. As you can see from this picture, the water is not so much clean because this was in the middle of the excavation process, but also we can prevent sediment deposition into the pond. Here it was a little bit airy because we planned to plant grasses, the vetiver grasses here at the sides, to make sure that we can control erosion. This system can be improved by integrating it with 3 things. First of all, water treatment. The water should be treated by using chlorine. Also, the water should be pumped from the pond because it is very risky for children, old people, animals when they are fetching water from this pond. A person can fall into the pond. They are constructed traditionally. They have a lot of deposited soil in them, and most of the deposited soil is clay, and clay has high plasticity. It can hold a person, a child or an older person in the water and can cause death. So inclusion of solar powered pumping system into a storage can improve this system to make sure that we avoid the risk of people falling into the ponds. And pumping the water, you can store the water overhead and allow the water to fall under gravity, and it can be very simple system people can use and benefit a lot from using it in agriculture for domestic purposes or using it for animal drinking. And this is the end. Thank you.